I am Susan Shapiro, a sociologist at the American Bar Foundation and author of Standing in Another's Shoes: How Agents Make Life and Death Decisions for Their Principles. Although an article in this journal on the life and death of organizations would be unremarkable, one on the life and death of its readers is unusual indeed. How then did it end up in these pages, and why should you read it? As a longtime scholar of agency, fiduciary, and trust relationships, I've been intrigued by how agents determine how to act on behalf of their principals, especially when given enormous discretion and limited opportunity to confer with principals. Academy of Management journals have made a significant contribution to the evolution of agency theory, from its classic origins in economics, and especially the turn from a focus on the regulation of agency contracts to the specification of the agency task itself. But however important and compelling these theoretical developments, the empirical picture has been sparse. No wonder. It is difficult to get access to the venues in which agents formulate their actions on behalf of principals, especially when the latter are unable or unwilling to provide much guidance. Like many others, over the years, I have searched for an appropriate research site. Finally, success. This article shares an extraordinary 3-year journey that began each morning before sunrise, as a medical social worker or I would throw on a white coat and race off to a medical or neurological intensive care unit. There we observed in real time, day after day, how agents deliberated over life and death interventions on behalf of loved ones who, lacking decision-making capacity, were unable to speak for themselves. We observed more than 1,000 encounters involving almost 300 different healthcare providers and more than 600 family and friends of these incapacitated patients, as agents exercised discretion for their principals, often with little to go on. In this paper, I share some of my findings and explain how they contribute to agency theory and apply to the many management settings in which agents face considerable discretion and little direction from their principals. And for those of you less interested in agency theory, I encourage you to take a look anyway. A recent study found that 70% of Americans who need medical decisions in the final days of life lack capacity to make those decisions. In short, the biggest life and death decisions of our lives, literally, are very likely to be made by someone else. Whether you end up as a principal or agent or both, this article provides a glimpse of what may be in store for you.